Welcome back to EDI Sports Cards. In this episode, I'm going to show you how you can turn $100 into $500. And I know that's not what you think this channel is all about, because what I've been talking about is you can't invest in sports cards. But you didn't pay attention to the YouTube banner. This channel is about buying, selling, and collecting. And part of that means that you buy cards, sell them, and use the money to fund your collection. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I did at the latest Central Phoenix card show. Link here to Instagram, VIP Sports Show. Please go follow him. This is the guy that runs the show. So this is Dave Ramos. As you can see, he's quite excited that I showed up. And he is a great promoter of a show, runs one of the best shows, monthly shows in Arizona. Again, the dealers that go there, there's a mix. So you've got baseball, you've got football, you've got vintage, you've got tickets, you've got artwork. There's a lot of really great stuff at this show. Again, once a month. If you go to Instagram, you will find when the next show will be. I highly recommend it, and I hope to see you if you're in the area at that show. So anyway, what I want to show you is this box that was at the show. I did not get video of it, and I didn't get video of the dealer that was selling it because I didn't get any permission. And so what we're going to do is just going to show you some stills. This is the box, and then this is actually, these are the cards that I pulled out of that box. And the reason I'm pulling them out is because I want to show you what the prices are for these cards if you get them graded. And this is how you can turn a small amount of money into a larger amount of money. Now, I did not spend $100. So this is actually the whole point, is that if you want to get into sports cards, all you need is $100. That's it. But you gotta be smart with your money. You can't overpay for cards if you're trying to build a collection. You can absolutely buy any card that you want, but if you want long term to be able to do this year after year, you have to start small. And that's just the way it is. So I'm going to show you these cards. This is the small way. So I paid about $30 total for this entire lot. It is worth about $500. Again, that is fantasy numbers because I haven't sold a thing, but it is potentially worth $500. So I'll say that. It's potentially worth $500. It's not an investment. It's called understanding how to buy and sell cards. That's it. Buy and sell cards. That's what you need to learn. Forget about investing, forget about long term, forget about returns, forget about like, oh my God, what's the market doing? Trust me, it doesn't matter. This is sports cards. They've been around for over 100 years. So if you want a long-term strategy to be a collector in this hobby, this is the right way to go. So let's take a look at those cards. So as you can see, those are the last 4 sales on eBay, and I have put a spreadsheet down below right here so you can actually see that the first price, which was at the end of March, so I got 4 of them. So one went for a $114 total, one went for $92.75, one went for $98, and one went for $90. So again, if you look at it, I got for all of these cards, so all 4 of these Kobe second years, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 MJs, Michael Jordans. One of them is a Michael Jordan with Magic Johnson on it. This is a 92-93 Hoops MJ. This is a 91 Hoops MJ, actually 91 Upper Deck MJ. And this is the 92 Barcelona Skybox MJ. Okay, and then this is, I just actually really like this one, so I was just like, all right, let me throw that one in. So this one's a 98.99 Ultra Fleer Kobe. I just like the bottom, just looked like a cool card to me. So I got all of these cards. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards for about 30 bucks. And as you can see, just the Kobe's, the second year Kobe's, and I looked at these. These are either 10s or 9s. Like, these are very good. He actually had in the box, so you can see, like, it was a big box. First of all, he had 4 boxes. So I want to make this very clear. This dealer made a very smart decision. As you can see, so I paid about $30 for this whole lot. Ungraded. It's probably worth, if he sold it on eBay, it's probably worth 50 bucks. So I got a $20 cash discount. Okay? That's it. I didn't get a major discount. I got a $20 cash discount. But why would a dealer, a guy that's going to a show, why would he sell all of that for about 30 bucks? Why wouldn't he sell it on eBay? And the reason is because, one, he doesn't have to spend the time listing it, selling it, shipping it, dealing with it, worrying about it. His time is worth 20 bucks. So if I'm going to give him $30 cash, again, about $30, so if I'm going to give him cash and he doesn't want these cards in his PC, cash is more valuable than the cards. And that's what you need to understand when it comes to collecting. Sell the stuff that you don't want to keep. Don't hold on to it. There's no point. So can I turn this around and make more money? Well, yeah, but I got to grade it. So I now have to sink in another $20 per card. So I'm actually going to have to spend $20, $40, $60, $80 more dollars. Plus shipping, so that's $100 just to grade these 4 cards. But because you can see I can get about 90 bucks per one, well, that's 360 bucks right there, and I've only spent $100. So, and I still have these cards left over. So that's my point, is if you want to start building, fund your collection, this is the way to go, starting with $100. So I spent for all of this about $30. You add in another 80 bucks for grading. That gets you right to 100 right there. Now you got to start selling them. But as you sell them, because you've actually added a little bit more value, we're not talking about $1,000. We're talking about, again, just these 4 cards is about 300 bucks. So, okay, so 100 in, 300 out, that's 200 left over, and then all of these cards, now I just have to figure out how can I maximize what I want for these. Do I want to grade them? Do I not want to grade them? Or do I want to sell them? Because they're probably worth, again, on eBay, these 4, so there's 4 MJs. So these 4 MJs are probably worth on eBay about 20 bucks. So I'll take $10 or $15. That's another $10, $15 right there. It's not a lot of money, but it's the way to fund your hobby. Again, you can't just spend all your hard-earned dollars on these cards. I don't advise it. I hope that no one else that you know is advising it. If you're listening to any of these influencers on YouTube, like, it's great. I love watching them drop $10,000, $15,000. Sports Card Investor literally spends $500,000. Again, that's what he's saying, $500,000 on a sports card. I laugh. If he thinks that's a good idea, good for him. I think it's a dumb idea, but I'm not him. And he, and I'll put it this way, he's a dad, and he's teaching his son what principles, what values, that it's okay to spend that kind of money on a sports card? See, for all of you following, I want you guys to be my Card Hoarder Nation, okay? So if you buy and hold, you are a collector. And if you collect more than 10,000 cards, you're a hoarder just like me. So you guys are my Card Hoarder Nation. And I want us to all kind of get into some agreements as to it's not okay to spend X amount of money on one card. It's not okay. That's not a collection. A collection is where you actually have a bunch of cards that you appreciate, that you love, that gets you excited. It doesn't matter how you collect. I don't care, and nor should you care about how other people want to tell you to collect. Collect what you want, and collect any way you want. If someone else says, well, this card is more valuable, that's great for them. That has nothing to do with you in your collection. I don't collect every single card. I collect a select set of stuff. For some cards, I like aesthetic. I'm not a huge Kobe fan. I'm from the East Coast. So the Lakers is just sort of they're Showtime. But they're not my favorite. I grew up in New York and New Jersey. So born in Manhattan, raised in Jersey, spent most of my life in New York, in Brooklyn, in Manhattan. So, but I became a Nets fan growing up because the Knicks were just too far from me. So I grew up a Nets fan. And when the Nets got Jason Kidd and, Keith Van Horn and Kenyon Martin, and those teams, when they went up against the Lakers and Shaq, and they went up against Tim Duncan and the Spurs, they lost both times in the NBA Finals, but those were the best NBA Nets teams since the Dr. J years. Again, Kobe wasn't my favorite. He was a Laker. He was West Coast. I was East Coast. If you were a Nets or Knicks fan, you didn't like Kobe. You appreciated Kobe, but you didn't like Kobe. So this card, to me, it's just a cool card. It sparkles on the bottom. Look at that. Look at that. That's and he's going up. That's a jam. That's a cool card to me, and I actually would keep that. I have a few Kobes in my collection. Now, I have one of these, the second year. I don't have a Kobe rookie because it's too expensive. I'm not going to spend that money on a Kobe rookie. Now, I like Steph Curry. Steph Curry, to me, is my favorite player in the NBA today, but I don't have a rookie. First of all, I think his rookie's ugly. I think it's the ugliest rookie card I've ever seen. It's just not. It's a way different, it's a profile shot. It's just him, but he looks like a child. And he was a kid. It's just not a good, aesthetic card to me. The much better card is this card, the 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. See, he's got a nice mug. That looks to me like somebody that I'm going to root for. And I'm a Ken Griffey Jr. fan, even though he was a Mariner and then obviously became a Cincinnati Red. He never played for any team that I liked, but how could you not like Griffey? He just embodied what baseball was about. He was positive, he was friendly, he could play. He could play. So that's my point, is collect what you want. So hopefully all of you, if you identify yourself as a card hoarder just like me, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Tell the YouTube algorithm, yes, you need to send this to everybody. Hopefully you like the new setup with the desk, with the background, all this stuff. I'm trying to up my game and make this better for you. This is what we're talking about, is how do you buy, sell, and collect cards. And if that's what you want to do, you've hit the right spot. I'll see you in the next one.
May have hit the warehouse and they announce it did. That may have damaged the warehouse.